Okay. Question is, can I hear myself? Yeah. Audio. Yeah. Microphone. Yeah. Okay, that open. Okay. Come on, Chris. Oh, I sound horrible. I'm going to turn this down so I don't die. Okay. Weird. So this is kind of a secret project thing. I'm going to leave that. Second person. Is that you and Crystal? There's like a 24-second delay between what I say and whenever it comes up in the video, which is wonderful. So I have a test world over here with test beacons. This is the first one I made that actually worked with spring function. This is my testing for invisible objects that would attach to the spring. So I didn't realize at the time that jumping onto the slime block actually makes you go further than actually just running on them. And then I just played with that for a bit. If you jump, you can actually jump like 6 blocks. Yeah, 6 blocks forward. You get over 5 block gaps. Thank you. And this is just something I was playing with. It doesn't always work. This is the properly made situation thing for Green Hill. Then we've got a desert level. I'm not doing that one because I'm not putting the gravel back. I still need to implement this sort of thing because I think that actually looks cool. Or at least I don't need to do it in Minecraft really. And there's also this one which I keep forgetting to disable this. So I'll slowly fire over, give it a chance to go. So lava and desert. I'm not supposed to jump out. Why must you forsake me? When this works, there we go. And across that. And we get lava. And you're no longer watching. Oh no. And there's also this, which I keep calculating wrong. Please work, please work, please work, please work. Yay. So technically I first land on this block, which I actually picked this up from a Wojumbo and translated it to my spring function, which I think are pretty clever. So this is just grind reels idea. Bad grind reels idea. This will never work. But I've taken to surrounding the entire spring with just shulker boxes. Unless the spring pad thing is actually like right against it, in which case it's just obsidian. There's also this cliff over here. That would have been the first one I'm going to figure out after. So without jumping, I think this is the furthest you'll get. Furthest and highest, if you're going for length and distance. However, if you jump, you get right over here. So, I don't remember why this is here, so don't ask me. I built this. Before I understood I had to jump to get further. This is just, I don't know how to describe it. Basically just like what would be the first stage. And I will retitle the video afterwards. The speed pads don't work, so I don't bother adding the dispensers anyway. I think it's cute how you can see that over there. So you pretend you get a quick boost of speed around. Okay. So this is to work. And you can get down there. And then you've got the time travel portals. So something happens at the end of here. Flipper needs to escape. And he finds himself in Green Hill Road. Now obviously PS4, I'm not digging out an entire trench for water. So you've got one or two ways. I'll go the boring way first. So you've got that, you've got a bridge, and then you're at the end. Whoop-de-doo. And then if we go this way, I thought I wasn't going to make that. Yeah, you've got jumps. Speed pads to turn you around the corner. And then, I don't know why they come here. I don't remember why. It just happens. Yeah, I've got to deactivate that. Have to forget to deactivate this over here. No! Oh my god. I'm gonna jump. You do that. Obviously with of pushing you might be able to see it as well. No, it's just instantaneous, you can't even see it. But obviously in Sonic game you're going to see that, because cinematic. And at the end, or suddenly we go from warm sand to cold mountains. And we're just going to pretend there's sand across the rest of these. Got the boring way, and then there's this way. Jump over the lava and go to a bad place and try to, well, accidentally end up falling into someplace. Try to time travel doesn't work, supposedly, and end up, whoops, I forgot to turn off the rain. There we go. So end up in here. So there's an underwater level, which is basically just like the Ender's last one. I kind of built this like a tube. These are to simulate the air bubbles. And then we've got a 1x1 space, which if you've got no water in here, you actually stand up in. And then you come out of that. I might add a top onto that, I don't know yet. I forgot to put the stained glass in there. Pretend there's a top on this. You can't see anything out of it. And then suddenly we're in this overgrown area. Don't know what's going on, where we are. But it seems we might have actually travelled really far back in time. So just follow this. I think these are spruce leaves. Yes, the spruce leaves in the jungle trees. It's basically just a path. There's a bridge, and then there's a crap bridge, and a crap tree house, which took me way too long to build. I spent way too long on this. But here you meet people, some people, do something, don't remember what, accidentally cause something to happen, supposedly come back, stop the fall briefly. There's no other way to do this other than cobwebs. And Green Hill Zone is bleak and on fire. And you can compare the two from here. Also, I thought that was a giant iron robot I built, even though I've not built anything like that. This was a pain. I gave up after a bit. Building them up and then TNTing them. Terracotta is surprisingly blast resistant. Yes, the pads. I gave up with this one because I put it too high and I just couldn't even bother with it anymore. I might finish it later. Then suddenly, it's the evil desert. So, get through the level, get into the temple, and that's when we activate the lava ones. Pardon me, which kind of decrepit. So, like in Shadow the Hedgehog, you end up on a rocket for whatever reason. Still need to furnish it if I feel like it. And then there is technically star parkour. So we are going to space. Screw that. Okay, you go from here, and you end up in the space part, go through the space, and there will be a portal there. Not a portal. Yes. Time travel portal here. Possibly. Hang on. I don't remember my own story. Come on. This one. Your story streets, time travel. Yep, there's time travel. Where's? Oh yeah, I'm in Skyward Castle at the minute. So really, I should go a lot taller than this, but whatever. It's just Minecraft. Oh yeah, I can't skip this level. Basically, I TNT'd out this cavern. Land down here, and just go through the darkest cavern. Any better names? These are just placeholders. And then suddenly, there's a castle in the sky. Lovely. So, gonna go with that. And there's a board around it. I gave up after a certain point of texturing the outside of the castle. You can tell it's the point I started making this alternate tower. Should probably have all the other towers, but it's just Minecraft. So yeah, I accidentally went past that point and tried to go up a bit more. Then I realised my mistake because I wanted to go one rotation in, then a rotation out. I need to furnish these parts. Probably could have done them a bit better, but hey ho, it's Minecraft. There'll be concepts, better ones. Rotation out. Rotation in. Rotation. Yeah, there we go, rotation in. And then our rotation out. No, rotation out, rotation in. That was rotation out. This is a rotation to the top. You're here, you learn some knowledge stuff here. And then, because over here, that's going to take too long, is the edge of the world. So we need to come back round this way for Darkest Descent. Because reasons that I'm not remembering. And that should be filled like that. That looked a bit odd. So that's pretty much all I've got. To go over here. My laptop needs charged. I still need to implement the grind rails at some point. Might go to the egg carrier or death egg or whatever. So yeah, placeholder names. We've got Devastation Square, which is obviously Crisis City, but bootlegged. Green Hill Zone, Sand Temple, which is the first one. Snowy Slope Zone, which shouldn't really be called slope, but whatever. Snowy Mountain Zone. And we've got the Iron Facility, which obviously iron and the water in it. I'd need to, in the actual thing, put chambers and stuff in there for experiments. And I've got two possible names: Forgotten Forest or Treetop Jungle. And my stream that I've got beside me is no longer working. It is lagging. Hooray. And then obviously we come back to Green Hill, but it's called Burning Hill Zone now because it's on fire. And I'm pretty sure those two are the same colour. Whatever. Sorry. Then we've got Lava Temple, which obviously Sand Temple, Lava Temple. Go to the rocket for whatever reason. To Starry Straits. So that's the space level. And then technically teleporting time travel stuff, because Sonic 06 is not consistent with time travel because you end up teleporting places to different places because you're not time traveling in the same spot. Yes, I'm being nitpicky. So we go to Chaotic Cavern, and then obviously, can you see it from here? Barely, Skyward Castle. I'm going to... Oh, hello, why are you being an ass? I'm going to be... load this. And hope for the best. And it feels like something's crawling over me. And then obviously we've got Darkest Descent, which is staying Darkest Descent, even though it sounds like Dark Deception. I think that's the name. So it's a falling level. And somehow we end up at Plant Palace, which I actually have the track for that. Yep, we're back. And I've got the music track for this already, which I will link to whenever Loop Labs is working again. Pardon me. And then we time travel. Actually, this is changing, because the way the time travel works in this game is that you can't actually change the past, you just influence what happens in the future, which has already happened. So basically, Silver thinks he's going back in time accidentally has caused these two events to happen, but really he's just gone too far forward in the future, because these are destined to happen. The city's destined to happen. He can't change that. So I don't know why I was going to have him go back here. And then he ends up at a farm for whatever reason to, like, cope with it. Because there might be a villain lying in here. I'm thinking of having Nazo as the villain, because obviously fan game. How to ask, is it? Whatever his name is. Chakra X. You might be at Plant Palace. He might actually be more cunning. If he was more cunning, he'd be at Plant Palace. And he basically lies to Silver. It's like, yeah, you have to get something from these places. That's gonna make me powerful. Ends up at Acre Farms. Finds out the truth and he's just like, oh god, I need to chill. Then goes back to the Forgotten Forest, Treetop Jungle, whatever, I don't know yet. And then to meet the people. And goes back to Iron Facility for some reason. Sorry. I don't have much of a story after that. Story elements in each places are going to be in there. But I still have to draw concepts and all that stuff. It'd be really nice if I could get Pete Capella as Silver, because I know he still likes being Silver. I can tell by his Twitter and some videos on YouTube. Because he's awesome. I still don't know what's causing that. Because there should be nothing besides that, but even still. It might actually be this one, or that, or this entire section, I don't know. But I always need to remember to count out 9, sorry, out, and then 4 forwards, rather than 10 out and 4 forwards, because I always put it out 1 too far. And it's irritating. Because I never get it right. Yes, concepts and stuff, flesh out the story, whatever. So that's going to be fun, and my thing has come down again. So yeah, I'll have this to look back on if I need it for story, and to remind myself of sections I need to do and what my ideas were. I actually made this while watching Stampy. I need to add some iron onto that bit, maybe. I don't know. Make it look streamlined, but I was thinking of Shadow the Hedgehog whenever I made this. Don't know why. I made a demo track for the star level called Star Hopper. That hasn't published yet, but I actually really like Star Hopper-ish. I also have a boss theme which I need to figure out when the bosses are. actually the boss for Bootleg Crisis City is going to obviously force Silver to leave and get help, seek help in the past. Let's see if I can actually do this for once. And there we go. See, I might do fix everything eventually. I'm not completing this dumb nebula thing. But I'm actually really proud of this tower. Which is not a castle, it's a tower. It's a crap tower, but at least it's not a clock tower. Whoops.